I like sour beers alright, especially the non-carbonated varieties known as wine and vinegar. Two of my favorites. Okay, that wasn't nice. Some people got mad in my Swiss tool review when I said no army would use a tiny, pretty red non-locking pocket knife with a corkscrew. I apologize for that. My encounters with sour beers started with Belgian lambics like Lindemans, Kriek, and Framboise, which are fruity, sweet, and lightly tart. Then some non-fruity lambics that taste like musky carbonated vinegars, way too complicated for my Kool-Aid funnel. A lot of American breweries now have sours, not to be confused with lambics because those are a separate thing in a regional beer, but sours are identified by their higher prices at beer stores or being in the hands of bearded dudes who used to love IPAs now but won't admit it. Today's beer is from Ballast Point, which is Inbev, Corona, Microsoft, Walmart's crown jewel of microbrew acquisitions. The beer is called the Sour Wench, which is a blackberry ale with a sexy skeleton on the front that apparently a room full of microbrew bearded dudes want to bone. I'm sorry for that one. The website's liner notes on this beer read, "Our Sour Wench Blackberry Ale is a fruity Berliner Weiss style beer, bursting with Oregon blackberry flavor and aroma. Not to be confused with Washington blackberries, which taste like rotten dick. The fruit addition adds a beautiful violet hue. We swear it's not food coloring, and the taste has an approachable soft tartness from patented porcelain kettle souring. This artful gypsy will surely lure you into the world of sour beers and necrophilia. Let's pour. Since I'm a beer expert, I can tell by looking at it that it's 7% alcohol by volume with 10 bitterness IBUs, and it has at least one award. Maybe from the skeleton, I don't know. It pours a purplish red. Kind of like wine, but more purple. It's slightly opaque, I wouldn't say cloudy, and there seemed to be a tiny bit of silt at the bottom, or bone dust. The head lingers a couple of minutes, and the bubbles aren't creamy, but a medium density like fancier Budweiser. Also, the foam is a little pinkish. I don't know how that affects you drinking it, but that's what it is. How about the smell? Well, like jelly. You know the cheap berry jelly you find at restaurants? I don't know, a few grapes, some raspberries, and whatever the hell this lumpy dark thing is. We found it on the floor.
Throw it in the jelly machine, boys.
Yeah, a mixed berry. Shit, there may even be a strawberry in there too. Who knows? A little bit of a wine smell. Not enough to be an asshole about it though. Let's get to the taste. You remember Warheads, right? From 3rd grade? Imagine if they made a beer out of it. That's kind of how this tastes. It's tart, but like almost that mouth-puckering tart. If the range is delightfully sour like a Lindemans to something that's been sitting on a shelf for a while at $30, it sort of tastes like ball sweat of a bridge troll. It's more like the Lindemans, but not really sweet, other than the smell. It's hard to tell if it's more raspberries or blackberries. Let's go with blackberries, but the ones that aren't quite ripe yet. The finish is sort of like a mildly dry red wine that sits in the middle of your tongue with some bitterness too. All in all, I like it. I've had more sour beers, which I generally don't like, and this is kind of on the edge of I'll drink it because I enjoy it versus I'm only drinking it because I paid $20 for the fucking bottle. Sometimes with sours you never know what you're gonna get, so, you know, now I know that I like this one. If you like this sort of review, subscribe to the channel. I really don't know much about beers other than I like drinking a lot of different kinds. Give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment, maybe think about donating to my Patreon, which is linked below, but only after you've had a few beers. Donate as much as you want then. Thanks for watching.